The bit type in MySQL is used for storing bit fields. So let's describe that by way of example. We'll create a table in our test database. We'll call it bit test. We'll give it 2 columns, B1 and B2. B1 is a bit field with 8 bits, and B2 is a bit field with 10 bits. Go ahead and create this table and insert some data into it. What this does is it inserts into the table bit test values for 2 columns, B1 and B2. The values are 4 on bits followed by 4 off bits, and off, on, off, off, on. The B here, before the quoted value, indicates that it's a binary value. And so it'll just be ones and zeros. Go ahead and insert that row. There we go. Now let's take a look at it. Now we're not going to expect this to be displayable data because we entered binary data. So what we'll see will be odd. And there we go. We have this odd little character there, and it couldn't figure out a way to display B2 at all. And so we inserted binary data. How can we look at it as binary data? Well, one way to do that is to tell MySQL that this is a number. And you do that by adding 0 to it. Any kind of math will tell it that it's a number. So you can just add 0 to tell it that it's a number without modifying the value. And there you see we got 240 and 9. But we entered binary values. Can we see them as binary values? And in fact, we can. We can use the bin function to see them as binary values. There we have the values that we entered. You'll notice that the leading 0 is gone from B2. So there's 10 bits available there, and we've really only used 4 of them. The rest of them are zeros, which is significant, but it doesn't need to display them. There's other number systems that are used for binary values, and just briefly I'm going to show them to you. So there's bin. I'm just going to show them with B1. There's octal, which is base 8. There's hexadecimal, which is base 16. And so there's those values in binary, octal, and hexadecimal. That's all the same value. So that's the bit field. It's useful for storing flags. If you want to store the state of a number of things in a very small space, it's really useful for that. You won't actually see it that often. It's something that might be used by programmer types, but you're not going to see it a lot in web work or in most of the database applications that you'll run across. And that's the bit field.